Hi, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Divine Chats. I'm your host, 𝗪𝗫𝗁𝗪, and I'm so sorry I haven't been here. It's been a minute. So, guys, today, I'm just so grateful and thankful just for Mother Earth and the resources that she provides. It's been raining where I'm at, and it's really just nice to move through life a little bit slower, take time to just work on myself without feeling the need to be a rush to go anywhere, do anything, be anything. And why I was taking this time just to self-reflect and connect back to my roots, have more appreciation, and just slow down. I had one of the best thoughts and messages. And so this episode, as you can tell from the title, it's going to be about what happens when you believe in yourself. How does that affect your life versus when you are not feeling that great and you're not believing in yourself? And that's what we're just going to talk about today. So let's get into it. So when you choose to believe in yourself, don't think a lot of us realize how that affects our everyday to day. Just when you're slowing down, you kind of realize what are you actually doing in your day? What habits do you have? Because every choice that you're making during your day is a reflection of how much you believe in yourself. Are you making choices out of fear, or are you making choices out of going for it? Are you wholeheartedly going towards your goals, going towards your dreams, going towards your desired reality in this lifetime? And that all starts with, do you believe in yourself? And then it's quick. It's going to be either yes or it's going to be no. And, it's okay. We all go through slower moments in life where we just feel down and we just feel like we don't really feel as confident as we should. And that's okay. And so it's okay. So I just want to talk about for me, that was coming up, and I was not believing in myself fully. I was saying I was believing in myself, but energetically on the inside, I felt like an imposter, and I felt like I'm not truly moving in the energy where I believe in myself. I'm saying out loud, yeah, I believe in myself, but energetically, she just felt like she's not where she needs to be. I'm kind of being an imposter because I'm scared on the inside, and I'm scared of failing. I'm scared of trying new things, and I'm scared of putting myself out there. Because what if I put myself out there and no one relates or no one likes it? Or what if it just fails and I never amount to anything in life? These are the inner thoughts I have. And I want you to think about your inner thoughts. What does that look like for you? Really ask yourself that. What is holding you back from really just going for it and living your dream life and believing in yourself fully? And so I always say journal work, shadow work helps a lot. And, when you get the chance, go ahead and reflect on that. I know for me, when I was reflecting, the previous, what I just said, imposter syndrome came up, feeling like I'm failing, I'm going to fail, so why even try? And just feeling down about myself, well, this is not working. Look at my reality. There's proof of that. It's not working. And looking for the negative before I even tried. So I would look for negative things before I even tried to kind of go along with that inner feeling I had of not being worthy and not feeling enough, and I don't believe in myself. And so I don't know, this was a big epiphany for me, because I'm wow, if I could believe in myself every day, nothing's gonna stop me. When you just believe in yourself, nothing will stop you. And I have proof of this too, because before my entrepreneurship journey, I honestly feel like before entrepreneurship, it was a lot easier to believe in myself when I was working in a corporate job, because if I fail them, they have billions of dollars. So if I fail in my corporate job, it's fine. They have that room and that capacity to pick you back up in a way to where if you fail, it's not the end all be all. The company has resources, the company has money. You just go find another client and things like that. And I think with this entrepreneurship, sometimes we put so much pressure on ourselves to be excellent and to be overachievers and to just make it overnight, that we don't realize that we're setting ourselves up for failure with these unrealistic expectations. And we're expecting ourselves to be perfect and expecting ourselves, well, because it didn't happen overnight, then we're just a failure. And that's not true. Like, we need to understand, or at least I know for myself and my journey, I need to understand that, I am a human and it takes time and it takes patience and it takes grace. And if I don't stop and I believe in myself and I keep going, I am going to get to those results. I'm going to. There's no ands or ifs or buts. I'm going to succeed, but it all starts inside me and how I feel, because I'm the only one holding myself back. No one else is holding me back. I can blame the weather. I can blame shitty circumstances. I can blame, something bad that happened in my day. But at the end of the day, I'm the only one who can choose how I feel. I'm the only one who could choose how I feel, how I show up, and how I just choose to move forward with my everyday life. No one else has the option except for me. And so I really hope this is all relating and that, like, I'm not jumping everywhere, but this is just like how I process things and how I work through this and how I'm healing myself. So I hope like this is helping you guys, when you're thinking about this, because I just feel like, maybe if I could have understood the lesson sooner, I would have been less hard on myself and I could do the things that I need to do and use the tools that I have to believe more in myself, instead of like getting in these like sad, depressive cycles, or just in these cycles to where I'm just being hard on myself and I'm not taking enough action. And I'm not taking enough action, not because I'm lazy, not because I'm not a hard worker. I'm not taking action because I feel like, well, what if I fail and I'm scared of failure? So I hope this is all relating, like, and if not, oh well. But I really hope this is helping you guys. And so let's talk more about, what does your day look like when you choose to believe in yourself? This was really fun for me. And so I encourage anyone listening, like, get a pen, get a piece of paper, and just like really step into the joy of like, what does your day look like when you believe in yourself? It's like, I feel like it's just so different. Like, when you wake up and you're like not feeling good, your day looks way different than if you're waking up with joy and you're just excited to go after your dreams. And I just recommend this. So, go ahead and get your pencil, get your journal out, and ask yourself, what is it that you really want? What is something you desire? Like, if there was no money limits, if there was no issues in your circumstances, let's get a magical wand, bibbity boppity boo. What does your desire look like? Like, what do you want? Do you want maybe to travel the world? Maybe you just want to open your own fashion line. You want to open your own restaurant. Maybe you want to be a photographer. Anything. Like, if there's one thing in this world that you want, what is it? Without any limitations. And I just want you to think about that. And for me, this was really fun. And, it could be fun or it could be depressing. It's really up to you because you get to choose how you feel. And so let's not make this depressing. Like, don't put limitations on yourself. Don't be like, well, I can't do that. So I might as well not even dream it. That's not what we're doing here. So I want you to put your biggest like dream, like something that you just always wanted maybe since you were a kid, and just, have fun with it. So then choose what that is. And then I want you to think about, well, how does that person show up? And it's not about like being hard on yourself, like, well, hey, I should be doing A, B, C, D, E, F, G. No, this is about, what does that person do when they show up into the world? How do they start their day? I know we all hear this, but like, it's true. Like, how do they start their day? What actions do they take? Like, if they weren't scared, what would they do? And I know I had to sit with this one for a second because this one didn't come up easy. And that's okay if like you ask yourself these questions and you're like confused and you can't get into the embodiment of it. That's okay. Give yourself time and patience. Like, just sit. Maybe ask the questions and sit. Like, sit for 10 minutes. Don't have anyone distract you. Don't talk to anyone, and sit and see what comes up. For me, what came up is my voice. Sometimes I like post my content so that, because I, want to work with my dream client. So for me, what was coming up was like, hey, like, you're not talking enough. Like, I'm kind of like noticing a pattern to where like, hey, I'm showing up for myself and my business, but I'm not showing up fully. I'm kind of like playing small. And, you just have to be really honest with yourself. Are you playing small? You got to be real. Like, are you saying that you're showing up, but like, yeah, you're showing up, but you're not showing up like and taking the whole room by storm, Really think about that and just be honest with yourself with grace, not harshment. And for me, it was like, hey, I'm not talking enough. And so I'm like, okay, why? Why am I not talking? And then, like, whatever that why is for you, I want you to dig, like, sit, and I want you to just dig into that. Like, why? What belief do I have that is causing me not to show up fully or to show up as this version of myself? And you're going to be surprised with it. And you may be even a little sad by it. And that's okay. Like, write it out, process it, and then take your power back, because that's just a belief and that's not true. And sometimes that's the biggest and hardest part of all this is like, you have to choose to stop believing that bullshit. You have to like sweep it away, confront it, acknowledge it, and then you move on from it. You can't stay in it, because when you stay in it, you stay in the life that you're living, and the life that you're living is not the life that you desired. And so that's not what your inner and highest self wants. And so you need to go ahead and respect that and just push it off. Like, you don't have to believe it. Acknowledge it, give the space and room to see it. And that's where shadow work comes in. But shadow work doesn't have to be this scary thing to where we are stuck in all the shadows. There's light at the end of the turn. There's light at the end of the tunnel. And by acknowledging it and saying, fuck you, like, I don't believe you anymore. You don't have power over my life. You're taking your power back. And so I just want you to like sit with all that. And, after that, then you're going to get into it. And this is where you just need to like really channel that energy and transmute it. Transmute it means change it. So you need to change it. So you're going to take the sadness, like for me, for example, mine was like, well, what if I start talking and I feel embarrassed, or what if people make fun of me, or what if people just don't understand me on a soul level, because I've always felt so misunderstood. And that was my fear. And I had to look at it and be like, okay, well, that's a little silly. Like, where does this fear come from? Probably from childhood or situations that made me feel small to where I felt like I didn't have a voice. With that, I can choose to go ahead and let it go. I don't want to hold on to that no more. Like, I'm going to be 30 years old soon in a few years. And you know what? I got the rest of my life to live, and I'm done with that belief. Like, I'm done with it. Like, I can show up. I can be free. I can have the confidence and the courage to show up. I can do that because my soul desires it. And so I'm going to go for it. And so, yeah, I really hope this is helping. I just want to encourage you to really go for it and go for what your soul desires. Stop playing small. We're not going to play small. We're going to show up and we're going to do and be who we really are on the inside. And we're not going to be what the world told us to be. We're not going to be who the world molded us to be. We're going to be our real, truest selves. I really hope this helps. Like, I felt empowered. I hope this empowers you, like empowers you to take action in your life. Like, you're not your habits. You're not your beliefs. You are who you want to be. You get to choose. And so, yeah. So now that, like, by this point, after you do all this, you should know like how the higher version of yourself is showing up, but not just showing up. How does she choose to behave every day? How does she choose to live her life? And this goes back again. Are we choosing to live our life with fear? Are we making all of our choices out of fear and playing small and pretending and half showing up? Or are we making our choices and we're swinging every time? Like, we're hitting that ball out of the ballpark. Like, we're hitting it with all of our force and we're enjoying it. It's not about just like doing these things to get to the goal. It's about actually embodying it and enjoying, like, this is my desire and this is what makes me happy in life. Like, this is what makes me happy. And I enjoy doing it, and I'm going to do a damn good job doing it. I'm going to take up space, shine my light, and show up into the world as a full person, as a full divine being. And that's just so magical that like what I desire has no choice but to like smack me in the face. And so I really hope this helps. Like, I really do. Like, I feel like this was a breakthrough for me. I felt like the last few weeks, because I haven't even been on the podcast, like my voice kind of just went away and I was playing small and I didn't want to be heard. I didn't want to fully shine my light. I was kind of trying to do everything but that. I was trying to like just do everything in my business without actually speaking, because there's this fear about, well, what if I speak and then I still fail? Well, we're not doing that no more. That's my old story. And I'm going to speak and I'm going to succeed. You know, speak your truth. What are you going to do? What are you going to let go of today? What are you going to change? And how can you step into your full self that just embodies joy, just embodies you not holding back? Because you shouldn't have to hold yourself back. You shouldn't have to water yourself down for this world. And so I hope that helped. Yeah, I hope that really helped. Like, yeah, it helped me. So I hope it helped you. Now, let's get into some other stuff. So that was like really all I had, guys. Like, that's all I had today for the episode. Who would you be if you chose to believe in yourself? Because your whole reality changes when you start believing in yourself, because then your day-to-day actions change. And so I hope that really helped you guys today. And that's really all I had. And, you know, now let's talk about, I haven't been on here since I launched my new thing. And so now that's all I had for the episode. So now I just want to talk about like one of the things I've been working on since I haven't been here the last 3 to 4 weeks is I launched a all women's healing community. It's called Holistic Roots. The links are all going to be below. And I'm just so excited. This is like where community and our roots come from. And it's not just like Native American roots, African roots. It can be just your roots, as I'm half white. So my roots also come from like overseas Celtic roots. It's just a community for you tapping into your ancient roots. And I have a business partner. She does like herbalism. She does like more of like chakra work and herbs and getting into her native roots. She's Native American and she's also African. This is just a community for women. It's not about race. It's just getting into your ancient roots. And as healers and as light workers, we all have roots. They don't have to just be ethnic. And so this is a community for all women that are healers and just on this spiritual journey, and they're ready to come together as a community and help each other out, but also learn. We are putting in the work in this community. Last week we did the solar plexus, solar chakra. The week before we did sacral. The week before we did the root chakra. We are just healing together as a community, taking it 1 week at a time and using the herbs that are going to help with these chakras. We're using subconscious reprogramming, the shadow work. Like, how do you do shadow work through these things? How do you do EFT tapping through these things? So that's kind of what we are. We're just a community where we're all going to connect, learn, heal, grow together. So you don't have to do it alone. Like, I know for me and my spiritual awakening, I come from a crazy religious background, like Baptist Christianity, and small town, middle of nowhere. There's no like spirituality where I was growing up. I kind of got led down the path. My soul was led down this path for a reason. We are chosen as light workers, and this is a community to where you can ask those questions. You could join, you could ask. We go live once a week, and you have access to me and Diamond, and it's great. This is just a community where you could heal and grow, and we could all come together. So we don't have to go on the internet and search for these things and feel like we're divided and feel like no one understands us. We don't have to feel like we're going crazy. We don't have to feel like the black sheep of the family because we're the healers, the generational curse breakers. This is the place for that. And come over, join. It is $33 a month. It's the lowest it's ever going to be. In the future, it's going to be like probably $66, almost $100 later on. And that's just because we're keeping the library. So every time we teach something each week, there's a whole library. And so you could go back along your healing journey and you will have access to the library, and you'll have access on how to activate your chakras, on how to do subconscious reprogramming of your mind, all the good stuff on how to really just, it's going to help you on your own journey. And that's why we started this, is to connect as a community and to help other women. And, just to have that, because back in the ancient days, people lived in communities and they all helped each other and they nurtured each other. And so we're excited to have that for you guys. And so join below. And if you're ready for one-to-one mentorship, I'm so excited because mentorship is so good. Like, I needed mentorship even when I started my business, just for how to show up and take up space online. I signed up for mentorship when I even started my business online because I needed to know how to take up space, and I just needed to be around like-minded individuals. I'm a strong believer in you are who you surround yourself with. And if you want to get to other places, mentorship is a game changer. I had a mentor when I started my business to help me with social media. I knew nothing about it, and it really helped. Like, now I feel like I am able to pick up a camera and talk in front of the camera. I'm able to pick up this microphone and talk into the microphone and give all these messages that I've been receiving for, the last 2 years on my spiritual journey. But I was still kind of afraid to open my voice up and to be seen by the world. That's what mentorship helped me. Mine was for social media. I'm offering mentorship spiritually to help you reprogram your subconscious mind, the fun stuff. How do you go ahead and really get into those beliefs? Because I know for me, and a little bit about me, is on my story, I come from a very traumatic childhood, but it was for a reason, because I'm a teacher. I was meant to go through those things so I could teach other people how to throw away those beliefs, and how you can change your life, and how you can change your mindset and have more joy in your life, have more freedom, and really just let go of those false beliefs from your childhood. I do that by taking you through your subconscious mind through meditation, and we really go into your psyche. And that's why I offer mentorship, is to hold your hand and walk you through that, because I don't care what people say, confronting yourself is one of the most scariest things you'll ever do. And it's not something I'm saying like, oh, you should be scared of it. No, if you're not scared of it, great. You're probably a teacher. But it's not normal to do those things alone. And it can be very intimidating, and it stops people from healing. It stops people from going in and actually doing the work to heal. And that's what I'm here to do, is help people walk through their journeys and walk through their trauma and learn how to say, hey, that's not my story no more. I'm choosing a better life. And so if you're ready for one-on-one mentorship, I'm ready too. And we can get together and, we'll see if we're a good fit for each other. As always, if you love this episode, send it to a friend, comment, share, follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok. All my links are below. I hope you guys have an amazing week, and just, don't be hard on yourself. And tomorrow, show up as your highest self, take that action, choose to believe in yourself, and have a good day. Bye.